So, hey again with another episode, and it's been a kind of a while. Today is day 14 or 15, I'm not pretty sure, but yeah, I just wanted to explain everything and what the change of plans are, what are the reasons for the change of plans, and how are we gonna go on with after this. As you know, the original plan was going from Munich to Switzerland, and then from Switzerland to Black Forest, and then to Amsterdam. The plan is still staying the same, but there are some things that's changed. And after talking with some of my friends, I realized I created, I think, some kind of an expectation, or not realized, but I thought so. Something like I will only go with the bike and will never change the direction, basically, of the travel. So let me explain what's been going down so far. Well, if you followed so far, the last video is the Ocean and Lake Silent Hiking, which is I just uploaded basically. So that was day 11 and it was on 20th of July. And today we are in the 22nd of July. So today is the 13th day basically. 13th or 14th, I'm not sure. I'll check it out better later. But I wanted to explain how the plan has changed. I'm assuming you can see the clouds outside. It's kind of bad weather. I basically, after having done the climbs, my legs were really tired because, well, biking doesn't tire me as much as those things, as much as climbing up a mountain and stuff. So I climbed up to get to Grindelwald, which was, I think, day 8. Amazing views. And then day 11, I climbed up the Ötschinend Lake. Those two climbs actually really tired me way more than I thought, right? And the plan of this whole vlogging was to show you the whole experience of what a travel is like, or what kind of an experience I'm going through. So the experience so far has been great. Like, spending time alone with yourself is already something that you should learn, but doing it in a fully unfamiliar environment where you have to take care of everything yourself, whether that's food or accommodation or just water even, it's been an amazing journey so far. The plans changed in a way where instead of biking the whole way, I'm taking the train now, as you can see, from Freiburg to Essen to close the gap time-wise so that I can continue. And why do I do that, you might ask? So there are several reasons. Firstly, the weather. As you can see, the weather isn't great, and I met some people who were hiking as well as a group, and they were canceling their plans fully because this rain is just the beginning. Apparently, around the Black Forest region, it's going to be kind of like a thunderstorm for a week, and then it's going to be again good weather. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure that I don't suffer through that. I mean, I did have rain before, so I could continue and obviously push through this. It's not even a question in my head. But the main reason is because, that it's a formal reason. My address is going to be checked by the police. That's how the things work in Belgium. I don't know how it works in your country, wherever you're watching this from. And I already told the police that I would be back home on 20th of July for the address confirmation. But the problem is the main plan was going from, well, the main plan was from Belgium to Portugal, and then that changed to from Berlin to Belgium. And on the way, as you know, I changed it from Munich to Amsterdam so that I could see Switzerland and some good views in South Germany and so on. After planning it all, the time-wise, the schedule changed a bit. So 20th of July has already passed. I think I will be home, if I can do everything fine, like 1st, 2nd of August or something. Let me just check actually. So if I can do everything fine, I'll be there on 30th of July, I think. Why do I wanted to make this video? Firstly, to continue the vlogging, and I realized when I talk with some of my friends and the plans changed, that I might have created this illusion or this idea that I was gonna go from A to B only biking, and that was like the challenge. However, that wasn't the case, and I wanted to like fully explain what I was expecting and how they're changing. And I've been saying like push through and then you'll get to a better place. That is correct, no doubt. But there are things when you travel as resources that you're gonna need, and for me the main things were time and money. So Switzerland definitely affected money-wise. Like I'm not saying I'm done, I'm not saying that I couldn't afford it. I could if I really pushed it. But time-wise, if I waited out the rain or went 20 kilometers, 40 kilometers and doing the accommodation every time, even though if I go slowly like 20, 40K a day, then time-wise, I think that formal meeting that I need to do isn't to get the address confirmed would be a bit too late, because it would add at least 10 days to the journey, and I'm already 10 days late to what I told that I would be available to. And this is of course one of the reasons. There's way more that comes with it. Yeah, so now the plan is, I've seen the Black Forest and ate the Black Forest cake, so that's pretty good. It was pretty nice, I definitely recommend it if you come by. Just to try it out, I didn't like it as like a crazy way or something. I think some alcohol were used and I don't really like the taste of alcohol. I mean, I do like Weiss beer, don't get me wrong, especially in South Germany, it's pretty amazing. Yeah, the plan now is taking this train to Essen, right? And because I was thinking, okay, if I just go home, that didn't really feel like it was something that I wanted to do. There was still something that is in me. And I think in life as well, unless you're doing something where you're responsible to do, it is a different thing to change plans, then I think you should stick with it. But if you're going for an adventure, you should be able to, in my opinion, do something where it serves you more than it serves other people, as in you're trying to prove something to someone. Yeah, when I realized that I might have created this idea that I'm gonna go from A to B and that's the challenge, that really, with the bike, that really wasn't the case. The case for me was experiencing the bikepacking, experiencing this unfamiliar environment, experiencing this experience in and of itself. And so far, honestly, it's been great. And I thought to myself, if I go home, there was this feeling, right, that I didn't really want to do that. I thought to myself, what am I missing? Like, what is the thing that doesn't fully satisfy me? And then when I thought about it more, I realized I biked through Germany, I biked through Austria, I biked through Switzerland, and France wasn't in the picture that much. And Belgium, I already know what that's like. So what happened basically is that I basically didn't bike through Holland, right? I didn't really experience that part, and I really wanted to. So since I have the time-wise, like affordable part still there with Holland, the plan has changed to going to Essen, and then from there I take like 100K one day and then 100K another day. Today it's going to be like about 20K, and just experience biking there as well and bikepacking there, and then ended up in Amsterdam because that thing was still in me, that thing to push for that. Because as I said, when you are pushing for something, the first person you should satisfy is yourself. I don't think you should do something to prove other people, no matter how close they are, to show that you can do it. If you're trying to figure something out, there's going to be moments where your plan is going to change and you will have new adaptations to the case, and you can't just constantly change. And if I look at my plan, there's this constant changes anyway, like the whole changing from, since I got let go from the job, it was like in the moment I decided that I wanted to do a bikepacking trip. I stuck with it because I knew I deep down wanted it. And then I wanted to do a good trip. So I didn't stick to the part where like from Berlin to Amsterdam or Berlin to Belgium was something that I didn't really want, because the views were apparently just fields, although it's nice. And then I changed to Munich. And those natural beauties part and the bike experience, adventure biking part, I also experienced. So staying true to myself, I realized the best way to go with it would be to, you know, connect from Essen and then experience Holland as well, and bike back there as well, see how that goes. And then, of course, there will be probably 2 more days additional, as in like on the way back, where I bike to my friend and then from there to meet with my girlfriend. I'll go to first Leiden to meet with my friend, stay over there for a couple days, and then come back to Zeeland to meet with my girlfriend. So I think I will experience Holland pretty well as well. And that really satisfied me. Well, why am I talking about this? I want to kind of make like an analogy in real life, like in your life as well. If you're following a dream, or if you have to push so that you can basically come to the top of the mountain, and in that moment I was able to push, and I did push, and I would again push. Why? Because I really wanted to do that deep down. I really wanted to reach the top. And when you want it truly deep down, I think you should do those dreams. You should realize them. But when you don't really want something, but because you said you'll do something, I feel like you should not do it, because like I'm a swimmer, right? I've been trained professionally, and one of the things that I realized about the pool is that for a long time, until I changed that perspective, it wasn't really a calming experience. It wasn't really a peaceful place that I go to. It was a place of hard work, and where I need to push myself. And here's the thing: life beats all of us down. Like there are moments where it gets pretty hard, and I feel like we should, with our hobbies, create more so safe places where you can experience it, and where you can stop the experience and make it into a fun and relaxing thing when you need to. Because when you need to push, you will have to push anyway. Like the pushing aspect of life is existent no matter what. That is why I didn't want to look back at this memory and remember it as, yeah, even though there was rain, I pushed it and pushed it. But like, if at some point in the future I want to do it again, which I think I will, I want to have this story where like, yeah, if stuff doesn't work out, I can just take the train and just, make it work, because that is possible. Yeah, I didn't want to make it into a whole prove myself kind of a thing, because to myself I've already proven myself. And if in your life you're going through something like that, and if you've proven yourself what you wanted deep down, then don't do things because you need to prove things to other people. And if they're close enough, they would understand anyway. And if they're judging, then it's kind of their problem. This is the change of plans. This is how it is going today. The rest of the days to talk about basically what I've done is, after the Schienen Lake, I went to Basel, and then I stayed there in a hostel. I met really great people. I just laid down, ate good nutrition. I had some really good nutrition, because I feel like I really needed to recover. But yeah, any day, in any time I was going uphill, my legs were crying, which was still doable. Like, I did do an 85K to decide, how am I feeling? Can I do this part? And it was possible. It just wasn't really what I was looking for. And in the hostel, it's like, if you're a backpacker, it's definitely worth seeing those places, meeting those people. They're pretty cool. It's a pretty nice experience. And I did that as well. So yeah, after that I biked, came to the camping place yesterday, and I was already feeling the thunderstorm. Because, as I said, one of the biggest reasons was the rain that's gonna go over the Black Forest part, and especially the northern part of that as well, in Germany. The thunderstorm was already like kind of beginning. The wind was like the strongest that I felt it the last days. Actually, the tent was going like right side, left side constantly. It felt kind of sketchy, not to the degree where it was scary, but you know what I mean, probably. So those were the last days, and today, now I'm on the train going to Essen, and yeah, I just uploaded the last video, and I'm gonna edit this one and put it out as well for tomorrow. But yeah, I just wanted to share this part of the journey as well, because the biggest reason why I started with the vlog was to show when you're bikepacking the whole experience, because I'm pretty sure even in YouTube where you watch those movies, there are parts where they take public transport in some way, one way or the other. Because, you know, when you go for a travel, there's always the life aspect of things. There's always the moments where things doesn't really work out the way you want 100%, and you have to make changes to go with the plan that you can afford. And that's okay, you know, that's okay. If you have done the things that you wanted to, and I've been quite lucky to actually be able to experience Liechtenstein with great weather, Switzerland, great weather, the lakes the swims that I will not forget those moments. And the ocean and lake, amazing. Grindelwald, the icebergs, no, what is it called again? The glaciers again, like amazing moments, the people that I met there, the tea that I shared, and the podcast that was like, it wasn't even meant to be a podcast, it was just like put it on the side and then we had like some genuine talk. So, yeah, I wanted to remember these moments not with hardworking training kind of a thing like I did in the pool, but change the perspective into a thing where it is a fun experience. It can be hard sometimes. And if you want to pass that thing, then you can. And that is the main reason why I'm keeping it this way. And yeah, now we're going to Essen, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.